both of you guys this. All right, man. Okay, so moving on. I don't want to get too much into religion because for two reasons. One, he requested we not, and I respect that. And two, me and this guy could talk all. We could literally one time. I recorded. I didn't record it, but I think we were debating for literally 4 days. I think like
there's been plenty of debates on Facebook that have just gone on and
I'm like, this is the last thing I'm gonna say.
Right.
No, he got.
We can have a whole series about religion between the three of us.
Nah, that's real. I don't want to get in depth about it, but I want to congratulate you on one thing though.
What's up?
You've reshaped my mind in the last 3 years.
Definitely.
This guy. I still believe in God, but you've reshaped. You've reshaped my mind about a lot of religion. One thing that you asked me recently was like, if you were living in a different country, would you still believe what you believe? That's always stuck with me. So I would suggest anybody with any religion have a conversation with other people of different religions, or even people that don't have a religion, because that will definitely shape your mind up. And and talking with him and talking to maybe some Muslims and talking to I've talked to a lot of people of different religions. In your certain religion, your closed box, they tell you not to do that. But screw it. I think I've definitely gotten wiser from that, including with college as well. And and it's reshaped my belief system. And you've helped me more to be more open-minded. And I thank you for that, honestly.
Hey, I appreciate you even saying that, man.
Yeah, that's real, bro.
Cool. Thank you.
Did I indulge you with some good conversation, though, or were you just like, this guy? He's
no, because for me, man, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to hear other people talk about it, or even if you feel like reaching out to me about it, I'm just kind of like, the fact that you're reaching out to me, I feel like I would be an asshole to just kind of be like, well, whatever, give you some little quick little response, whatever. Like, no, I'm gonna engage. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I know how it feels to kind of question, things and not be, too sure about stuff and just want.
And you're the only atheist I know. Well, I know a lot of atheists, but you're the only one I know that would not make me feel stupid for thinking of. And I thank you for that as well. Yeah, he does a pretty good job.
Right. It's not that's not overall. That shouldn't even be the aim. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. And people don't like when religion people do that too.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty much that.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
You need to have that perspective, because if you're gonna, if somebody's coming to you, especially in that situation, if somebody's coming to you for just your opinion or your information or whatever, why would you make them feel like, what they're asking about is dumb or whatever, or anything like that? Like they're seeking information, they're wanting to hear, contradictory, opinions or whatever the case may be. So
if you're indulging with a conversation with somebody and you're trying to get another perspective and learn, it should never be aha, I got you. It should never.
No, and a lot of people who may attempt to make you feel that way or whatever either are very fresh in their atheism or whatever the case may be. They may be, I don't know, they just may consider themselves spiritual or whatever the case is. They may be fresh in it, so they're like, oh, I just want to point these inconsistencies out. I just want to point all these things out, or whatever, and let you know that I know more than you. It's when it's not really about that. It's really just because I've said things before. I'm like, I just want to make people really think about what you're actually investing your life into, your children's lives, your just, all of that, because it's important, man.
You can literally reshape somebody's whole life off of just those, I don't want to say theories or just ways of life.
Perspective, point of view. And what you just said too, that can go on with anything, not even just religion, but race issues, politics. It should never be a ha-ha or check this out.
Let a white person come to you and say, hey man, I'm curious about X, Y, Z. For the black experience, I'm curious about what you go.
You should embrace that.
Yeah, don't sit there and be like, oh well,
you're racist.
Hop on the I'm not expecting you to really understand because this and that. Like, no, just give them the information that they want so that they can better understand, and hopefully they can pass that on to their friends, their family, or whatever the case may be, because you expand on understanding, and that helps everybody as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just talking out your ass. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just debating to debate. You know, if you're going to debate, you should be debating to gain something.
Oh yeah,
not just to be like, oh, I'm right and you're wrong.
It should never be like that. You said that really perfect. I'm glad you said that. And yeah, definitely, I agree with that 100%. And dang, something just lost it. Old age. Oh. I appreciate you indulging me in these conversations, though, and making me smarter. And I think I was about to say something to you, but I totally forgot it. Apologize, man. If it comes back, Okay, so I'll go back to the original question after I was going to thank you. How is it like being a African American / black, whatever you want to call it, darky, a person with no faith, atheist? Because I remember one post you had one time that saying that the struggle is a little bit harder for somebody that is black because we take the black culture takes religion and Jesus and all that very seriously. Right. So how does that feel?
It's terrible. It's terrible, guys. It's a horrible feeling. No, it's difficult. In a lot of different ways. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's just a huge struggle because it's not to the extent of other struggles. I'm not comparing struggles anything like that. But especially when it comes to meeting people, right? At least for me, like upon meeting people, and I don't like to have a predisclosed anything about anybody. I don't like to sit and be like, oh, I'm expecting this person to be this way, that way, and you get to talk to somebody, whatever, and especially when it comes to speaking with other black people, I feel like eventually something godly always comes up or whatever. And I don't always feel the need to say anything because it's not my place. But if I'm asked, I'm going to tell you how my opinion or how I feel.
Right.
But when it comes to being surrounded by a lot of people who definitely just feel that what they follow and what they believe is just it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing outside of this. So when you tell them that, either one, they don't understand what it actually means. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of ignorance basically pans to, oh, you worship Satan or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I got pentagrams at my crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who this was, but they were commenting on something that me and you were talking. It was off the Facebook. They said, "Hey man, what's up with Sid?" I was like, "Oh, we just having a conversation." He's like, "Oh man, I didn't know he worshipped the devil." I was like, "Come on, bro." Yeah, he straight up said, "I was like, come on, bro. He doesn't believe in anything. He doesn't worship the devil."
I don't worship anything. I worship the devil.
I had to school the guy on what atheist was. I was like, come on, man. Now you're making Christians look bad. You don't say stuff like that.
But that's the thing. A lot of people there are a lot, especially in the black community. There are a lot of people who don't even there's no perception of anything outside of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's either unless it's just a very popular religion. That's just like Islam or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
But they don't think about atheists. They don't think it's like. They assume everybody believes in some kind of God or some kind of, force or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, but for me, I think one of the places, I don't think a lot of people think about this, one of the things that makes it difficult is if, let's say you want to continue to have interactions and relationships with other, black people in terms of dating, in terms of, women or whatever. I find it to be a little bit more difficult in terms of just meeting people, you know what I'm saying, and coming across someone who may have a similar, this doesn't even have to be the same, you know what I'm saying, or a similar view as you, because most black people are going to date and everything, they're going to be like, oh, well, I'm assuming they're Christian. It's just an assumption. Yeah, right. They automatically assume, I assume they believe in a God or whatever. And there's always this little inkling in the back of your head, okay, the conversation's going to come up at some point. What is she gonna think, and everything. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's just all right, well, cool. And other times it's
yeah.
I don't know, because I have a deep, relationship where I feel like you worship the devil, whatever the case is, because they just don't know, or they think that it's a poison or something to even engage with you like that. Right. So even outside, and that's not even just dating, that's just people, period. I've definitely come across people that are just kind of oh well, I can't really take anything you say seriously because you don't have either you don't have a sense of morality because you don't believe in a God or whatever. You don't have a basis of your statements. Nothing you say means anything because you lack belief. You know what I'm saying? So I come across people like that, you know, and it's like, all right, well, cool. I could easily potentially say the same thing to you, and you know, from my perspective, you know, I could say that, you know, because your views are different than mine, your opinion doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that close-minded. You know, I know that people are people, regardless of your you know, your beliefs, who you believe in, whether or not you believe, all of that.
Right.
Like, people overall are going to have either good intentions or bad intentions. You know, and a lot of people who believe have great intentions. It's not like that. You know, you believe and you just, you know, and you want to pull people in and for malicious reasons. You really do believe that I'm doing this person a service. I'm bettering this person by introducing this to them. But for me, it's more so believe what you want. I don't mind that, but just don't infringe on other people's beliefs, or people who don't believe what you believe. Just period.
Because you think your belief is right.
Is number one. Basically, just don't tell me that because you read a book that tells you this is wrong or that this means something to you. Don't tell me that because your book or your belief, your God, whatever the case is, says that I have to abide by that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't give me law. Don't try to control my life and tell me how I have to move when I can do every moral thing that you're capable of without believing in a God. Like, I'm capable of everything you're capable of. I don't get that want, you know what I'm saying, or that urge to do good things or, you know, help people out, all that. I just don't give that to a specific deity or anything like that. I just say, like, yo, I just genuinely am the person that I am because I just am. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But
I definitely respect that.
Maybe I answered that question. I don't know. There's a lot to it, but I tried to make it short.
Going back to like you're saying, as in black people in general, like, it really bothers me that a lot of black people or the black culture, like when you talk about beliefs and everything, like, there's a lot of people that believe in stuff or that was raised to believe in stuff, but are not educated at all, or like they're educated by a school system. And not like doing your own. When you do your own research, it's like unbiased.
Come to your own conclusion. Right. Yeah, my last couple podcasts, a main theme I keep going around is, like, you know, keep going to your own conclusion, because it can't always be like, my mama did this, my granddad did this. This is how we always do it. You know, come on,
I'm always wrong sometimes.
Definitely, mama, human being, honest to God,
they know so much, but it's like. Yeah, but
I've had some situations in my life when, you know, my mom did something and I was like, yo, that's not right. And, you know, you're not going to be like, oh, you were wrong. You
ain't telling mama that, especially a black mama.
But you know, like, you just know that wasn't the right thing to do, or the moral thing to do.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So, like I said before, when I got in this question, you've definitely reshaped my mind just from having dialogue with you. I've had conversations with people of other religions. I've said this many times. I don't have a religion. I have a belief system, though.
Right.
So, everything you say, I respect that, and I think anybody that has any questions should. This is a great guy. He's not gonna be calling you names, nothing like that. He's.
I'll tell you. I can
like
be blunt. You know.
Oh yeah, he'll tell you. Yeah.
I honestly, I don't feel the need to really filter too much. Like, I'll tell you exactly. Like, I'll tell you how it is, but my attempts aren't always gonna be to make you, like you said, make somebody feel stupid or nothing like that.
Right.
But I'll make you think about stuff, you know. And I don't know everything. I also want to say that I'm not, you know.
You ain't got the answers, Sid.
Yeah, man. I don't have all the answers. I always try to consistently teach myself things, you know, and continue to investigate stuff, you know, and just brush up on myself, because on top of that, and I don't debate as often as I used to. Or
Me
whatever.
Either, yeah. Well, we both calmed down.
Yeah, I chilled out a little bit, but in a lot of it, man, it wasn't even, like, I swear it wasn't me. Like, I just get pulled into stuff. But no, it's basically making sure that you keep yourself in a space where you never have to feel like I know everything. And you never have to feel like, because I have this blown up head or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I know all this, that you try to tell somebody, like, hey, your beliefs are, your beliefs are trash, or your beliefs are, inconsistent with this, inconsistent with that. You can say that in a way that will allow people to understand without, necessarily shitting on them or nothing like that. You can still be blunt, but there's just ways of approaching it, because how else you want people to listen if you're going to sit there and just berate them, you know what I'm saying, and make them feel less than for that.
Of
because
course.
I've received that plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've seen it.
You don't have. Where's your soul going? You're just. You know what I'm saying? Or okay, well, I can't talk to you. You're hellbound. Like people say all kinds of crazy stuff.
That
bro.
approach is terrible, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So why would I do that to somebody else when what I'm saying? When I'm just trying to make people just think about what it is that you believe in, and if you still believe, that's fine. I'm not sitting here trying to make anybody an atheist.
He's got beats to make. He ain't got.
Nah, man. I don't do this for I don't sit up and talk to people for a living. I'm not passing out brochures at doors.
Yeah.
Do you know where your soul's going? No, you know what I'm saying? I'm not out here doing shit like that.
That would be the funniest thing, though.
Just knock on somebody's door and just
you know where your soul's going?
Nowhere, sir. But that's not my aim. And like I said, I don't know everything, man. I feel like I know a good amount. Because I know that I've done a lot of searching for just what I feel is truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, man.
So I don't mind talking to people. Like you said, you hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And
I appreciate the dialogue. I appreciate you. You got other friends. Me, Quez, Jamil. We just
Right.
You're not a judgmental person. I respect that. I think more Christians should be like Sydney over here. All right.